NFL Week 8, it's here. Last week, I gave away a ride or die, cash, the Dallas Cowboys. Not only won outright, they absolutely smoked the Commanders. We gave away a $200 Amazon gift card right here on the channel. We look to do it again. I also have a best bet, an upset special, an underdog that I think wins outright. Also putting together Contrarian Allen. That's right. It's back. Looking to get back on top. That and much, much more here on Player Performance.
If your team got guaranteed money, tell them call me.
Whoop. Make me say, my. I done been around the world. Yeah, I was made for this.
Player Performance with J.A. Cavalier.
Here we are, NFL Player Performance Week 8. I, of course, am J.A. Cavalier, your favorite capper's favorite capper. I create feelings in others that they themselves just don't understand. And if you're one of those people, go ahead, smash the like button. Appreciation is always appreciated. Thumbs up. Of course, I appreciate you guys for your time, putting in the effort to watch the show every week. And I'll be here breaking down the entire card. No fluff, telling you who I like, telling you why I like them, hopefully making you guys smarter players along the way. We have a $200 Amazon gift card to give away. That's right. Looking for another ride or die. Best bet. Lots coming up on the show, man. Here, NFL Week 8. We're going to get to all that in just a second. But first, let's recap Week 7 with Tessa Hall.
Back it up. One more time.
All right, let's see that again.
Here's your NFL Week 7 recap. The Giants shouldn't have let Dart and Scatterbo tap that keg midway through the third quarter. Bijan Robinson got stage fright in front of Christian McCaffrey and let CMC run away with the win on Sunday night. CJ Stroud is like Benjamin Button if the movie was about your talent and skills reversing. Note to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, try to stop the guy named Jahmyr Gibbs. The UNC Bowl went crazy, Flacco versus Rodgers, but it was Flacco who proved to be the most valuable UNC. Do Europeans even give a shit about the NFL anymore after watching two of the worst games in back-to-back weeks? Thanks, Jags. It was personal for Mike Vrabel going back to Tennessee and showing them what they did, giving him away. I think I speak for most of the league when I say we are good on the Carson Wentz era in Minnesota. The Panthers-Jets game was as torturous as sitting in the DMV. Mike McDaniel better hope that some of his street connections can land him a job here pretty soon. Ben Johnson said we have Gibbs and Montgomery at home and unleashed his own rushing attack in Week 7. The Raiders should be suspended from playing a game. They're punishing their fans at this rate. Daniel Dimes. I call him Daniel Dollars because there is nothing to discount about the Colts QB. Kyler Murray couldn't be found in Arizona. I was told he was sitting outside a GameStop during the Cards' loss. Jerry Jones is sitting at 3-3-1 and thinking he's the smartest mofo on the planet. That's your NFL Week 7 recap.
You know, I didn't think it would ever come to this. Me saying goodbye to David Montgomery. I thought we were different. I thought we would last forever. Every week, I would open up the betting app, scroll through the props, and there you were. Love at first sight. My rock, my go-to, my comfort. Plus 105, plus 115, and maybe, just maybe, on my birthday, plus 130, if Vegas was feeling frisky. It wasn't even gambling. It became tradition. It was love. But now, things have changed. I guess I just need to be honest with myself. I need to let you go. David, it's not you. It's me. Well, actually, it's John Morton. Ever since he came into our lives, ever since he entered Detroit, things have just been different. The rhythm's off. The goal line touches just aren't there like they once were. And then there's Gibb, the bright, the shiny, the younger Gibbs, catching passes that used to be meant for you, breaking tackles, getting touchdowns. And I think to myself, that was our song. You know, it's hard because I still see you out there running hard, fighting for every yard, that look in your eye that makes linebackers regret life choices, that energy when you hit the hole. And for a moment, I think maybe, just maybe, he's going to find the end zone again. But then Morton calls a play action pass to Gibbs or makes you throw the ball. And suddenly, here I am, left home alone, holding on, holding a ticket and a dream. We once shared this dream together. And I used to think I'd bet your touchdown props forever. I thought we were going to grow old together. You pounding in 6-pointers, me cashing slips. But lately, I'm realizing we're living in the past. And David, I just can't keep doing this to myself. I can't keep betting on you out of nostalgia because that's not love. It's denial. So this is me cashing out. Not because I don't believe in you, but because the play caller doesn't. And it's not you, David, it's not you. It's me. Well, really, it's John Morton. Goodbye, my anytime touchdown soulmate. May your carries be many, your snaps be meaningful, and may you find the end zone, even if I'm not there to bet it. I want your happiness, even if I'm not there to bet it. And yeah, if you score next week, I'll be fucking back. Here we go, NFL Week 8 on the board.
Dolphins at Falcons.
Falcons laying 7.5. The total here is at 45. So I got to ask this question. Why are you surprised? Like, why is everybody surprised? This is exactly who we thought the Dolphins would be. Explosive on offense and a sieve, brutal on defense. You can't lose what Miami lost in that secondary and expect any better. You can't expect improvement. That's just not how this works. Now, sure, Tua was awful last week. 12 of 31, 100 yards, 3 brutal picks. The one out of his end zone, holy shit bad, right? But let's be real. That was equal parts Cleveland's defense and weather. We all knew it. And if you didn't know, you've quickly figured it out. Mike McDaniel is a lame duck coach. Walk in the green mile, or you can say teal mile here in Miami, right? And if you missed his recent press conference, holy shit. It was at the very least concerning, right? Concerning. Actually, it made me feel awkward. Touch me in places I didn't want to be touched. Can you show me on the doll? Show me a doll. Like, listen, this isn't a joke. This is a direct quote. Because we're not, if you are negatively affecting the football team, routinely, assesses another player, end quote. Forget the hot seat. That sounded like a man reading his own eulogy, like a suicide note on national television. He was really one from opening a wrist. It was painful. I was honestly worried for that man's safety. Holy shit, do a welfare check. In the postgame presser, Mike McDaniel looked broken, defeated, dejected. However, there is value back in the Dolphins this week. More so backing Tua off of last week. I think he rebounds in a nice way. And more so, I just think it's the position and the spot. Tua Tagovailoa over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I get it. Everybody's down on Tua right now. The media is roasting him. They're out. They're done. But that's exactly where you move in. See, this number, this line, it's an overreaction. Yeah, he struggled last week. It was ugly. We all saw it. But pull back the curtain. His season average is 1.57 passing touchdowns per game. Translation, this line should be even money, maybe 110, but instead, we're getting plus 133. You know what that is? Value. And the volume is still going to be there. The script this week is perfect. Miami, 7.5-point underdogs. You know what that means? Negative game flow. Tua's going to throw the ball, and he's going to throw the ball a lot. The run game may be shelved by halftime. If Miami's playing from behind, and I expect them to be playing from behind, this becomes a game where Tua gets 40-plus attempts. And I think he's going to air it out, trying to keep pace. Atlanta's defense is stout, true, but you know what they say. Volume kills all narratives. You give a quarterback enough swings, and eventually he's going to connect. 2 from Tua this week. Tua Tagovailoa of over 1.5 passing touchdown.
Jets at Bengals.
Bengals are laying 6.5. The total here is at 44.5. I'm going to lean to the over in this one. But look, to be honest with you, it's not something I'm going to get to the window with. If one train leaves New York to Cincinnati, and then another train is already in Cincinnati, which train is the bigger wreck? Anyway, Jets are an absolute shit show. Justin Field, first starting quarterback in almost 20 years to have back-to-back games with less than 50 yards passing. Think about that. Less than 50 yards passing in today's NFL. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. And still, I can't lay 7 with Flacco. But the Jets are not bettable right now, so I'm not going to be on anyone. This is one of those games where I'd rather shit in my hands and clap than to bet either side. Not going to watch it, not going to bet it. Just check the box score afterwards. See if I think it's going to be Tyrod this week. I'm pretty sure that Fields is getting benched, just like this game. Sack this one, on to the next.
Browns at Patriots.
Patriots laying 7.5. The total here is at 40.5. Give me the Patriots. Listen, we came in big on the Browns last week, but that was just the perfect spot, and it was aided by the perfect storm. I stated that Dylan Gabriel didn't need to win a game. He just needed to be good enough to not lose the game. He did, and of course, they did. I gave you the script. You hand the ball to Judkins, and you get out of the way. But this is not that. And if there's a game that ever gets Kevin Stefanski fired, it just might be this one. You may see some Shedeur Sanders this week, because no team right now is hotter than the Patriots. Mike Vrabel might be coach of the year. And Drake May, I know it's crazy to think or say, dark horse MVP. Yes, we're drinking the chowder. 4 straight wins. We're going to make it 5. Give me the Patriots, lay the 7. I'm all in on New England here this week. Cleveland can't sustain offense. Dylan Gabriel has yet to throw a touchdown. Held under 200 in 2 of 3 games. Browns offense comes from the fucking ground, right? But Judkins could struggle in this spot. New England's 3rd in run defense. There's 3rd in EPA per rushing play allowed. 82 rushing yards over expected. 2nd best in the NFL. Passing defense is weaker, but who cares? Who cares? Seriously, who gives a fuck? Because Dylan Gabriel and the Cleveland offense, they can't pass the rock. For me, it's simple. Load the box, stop the run, and then just go out and play chicken with Dylan Gabriel. Because if he can sling it, let him beat you, right? Dare Dylan Gabriel to sling it. Not going to be able to do it. And you know the book on Cleveland's defense. You back the Browns in Cleveland. You fade them everywhere else. New England 5-1 against the spread last 6, covered 3 of 4 as chalks. Cleveland 1-3 against the spread last 4, 2-8 against the spread last 10, dating back to last season. This one for me is a no-brainer. Don't overthink it. Give me the Patriots. Lay the point.
Giants at Eagles.
Eagles are laying 7. The total here is at 44.5. Look, there's no hate like NFC East hate. Generations of hate. Spilled beer, bruised egos. And I love that the shit pie the Giants just force-fed the Eagles is still fresh enough to taste. This ultimate revenge spot. And the Eagles are coming in with bad intentions. The Eagles top 10 DVOA across the board. The Giants bottom tier defense. 30th in yards per carry, 28th in passing yards allowed. You don't game plan for that. You exploit it. And who better than Jalen Hurts? 28-4 straight up as a home favorite. Beating New York 12 straight at the link. Ask yourself, what exactly are the Giants doing well? Offense ranks 25th. Protection soft. Receivers can't separate. Last week, they went into Mile High and emptied more than just the tank. They left more than just blood, sweat, and oxygen on the field. Also left a Debo, Holland, and Burns. And now they walk into Lincoln Financial gassed and depleted, facing A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. You really think Dexter Lawrence wants to see that again? You think Kayvon Thibodeau is ready to set an edge when he's still sucking wind? Meanwhile, Philly's been there, sitting in the shadows, waiting, watching, and hearing all of this fucking noise. It's not football this week. They're going to be exercising demons, erasing bad tape, bad takes, bad energy, reminding the league that the NFC still runs through Broad Street. Every hit, every sack, every push of the tush is personal. They got embarrassed And now they want restitution.
Ride or die, remember?
Ride or die, comment, fly, Eagles fly, and someone from the comments wins a $200 Amazon gift card. If this cashes, you guys know how this goes. You comment, fly, Eagles fly. Eagles crush the Giants this week, and somebody wins a $200 Amazon gift card.
J.A. Cavaliers Pro Football Triple Crown. 3 NFL games for this Sunday. 3 straight, 3 two-team parlays, 1 week, $99. His Pro Football Triple Crown must go 3-0 or the entire NFL season is free. J.A. Cavaliers Pro Football Triple Crown. Link in the description below. Click the link now and jump on the money train.
Bills at Panthers.
Buffalo laying 7.5. The total here is at 46.5. Give me the Bills, lay the 7. I mean, what are we doing? Seriously, what are we doing? We're downgrading Buffalo for a last-minute loss to New England, a loss to Atlanta in Atlanta. I get it. Josh Allen's Superman. So naturally, we expect better. But when he isn't being special, they look pedestrian. But even pedestrian is still 10 points better than Carolina. This is the perfect Buffalo get-right spot. Look, the Bills have stumbled lately. I get it. Looks sloppy. So naturally, all of Bills Mafia up in arms. They're nervous. But see, that's what creates value. The Panthers, their defense is a sieve. Bottom of the league in pretty much everything that matters. Josh Allen's about to get something he hasn't had in weeks. A clean pocket. Time to cook. No pressure means no panic. No panic means deep shots. And deep shots means a fucking blowout because Josh Allen is about to go nuke. This right here is the exact matchup that Buffalo needed. This is how you rediscover rhythm when you're a team that's out of rhythm. Meanwhile, Carolina's offense, it looked a mess last week, and that was to the Jets. Awful against the Jets. And now you get Andy Dalton starting. That's not the red rifle. It's a red flag. Everything here aligns. This screams blowout. Give me Buffalo. Lay the 7.
Bears at Ravens.
Ravens are laying 6. The total here is at 49.5. Give me the Ravens. Lay the touchdown. You ever look at a matchup and it just screams at you? I mean, not whispers, not nudges. It's like A.J. Brown jumping up and down. I'm open, doing jumping jacks. That's the Ravens this week. Throw me the fucking ball, pass the rock, Ravens smash spot. See, no team needs some love more than the Baltimore Ravens. And the Chicago Bears this week, you know what they are, right? They're playing the role of the slump buster. They're that girl that you text you up at 3 a.m. You don't brag about it. You don't post about it, and you certainly don't tell your friends. You just show up, handle business, and act like it never happened. Caleb, we get it. He's a 5 at best. Okay, soft 6 with a fresh mani-pedi. Not going to dinner. You're not introducing him to mom. You get in, you get out, and you promise you'll call, but we both know you're not calling. The Ravens are about to use and abuse them. There will be no cuddling after. Just leave 20 on the nightstand and walk out. Ravens need this game like blood. Give me the Baltimore Ravens. Lay the 6.
49ers at Texans.
Houston's laying 1. The total here is at 42. So you ever see a line and you just shake your head? Like, are we still doing this? That's me this week with the Texans. Give me the Texans, lay the 1.5. And the sharp money is locked and loaded. I told you. It's not about teams. It's about numbers. And the numbers say Texans. San Francisco is still trading on their reputation. A hologram of last year's dominance. The injuries have just keep piling up, right? Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, both cornerbacks. And without them, that defense collapsed. They're dead last in generating pressure. Dead last in forcing turnovers. That's not the Niners defense that I remember. Meanwhile, the Texans, they're not just better than expected. They're legit. They're elite. They're underrated, giving up fewer points than anybody else in the NFL. First in EPA per play, first in points allowed, 7th in total DVOA. They don't blink. They don't break. They just bully. Monday night, they were special. They looked, and they were definitely good enough to win that game. They forced 4 turnovers from a team that doesn't turn the ball over often. Problem was, of course, the offense. The problem was C.J. Stroud. San Francisco's offense looks explosive until you check the tape. They're 32nd in yards per carry. 32nd. A team with Christian McCaffrey, 32nd. That's not the Kyle Shanahan's offense, not the one we all know and love. That's 3 yards and a cloud of confusion. That's a problem against this Houston front because the Texans, they thrive on putting teams behind the sticks. 2nd and 10, 3rd and long. That's where Hunter and Will Anderson eat. I'm betting the Texans despite CJ Stroud. Give me Houston. I'm going to take the money.
Tell me what you gonna do now. Keep rolling. Keep rolling.
Buccaneers at Saints.
So the Buccaneers, after being embarrassed by the Detroit Lions, thank you, Tampa, is now laying 5 on the road. Total here is at 47. And look, I'm on the Saints here. And hear me out. I'm loving this line for very good reasons, right? Monday night may have cracked the Buccaneers. Not only was the defense Swiss cheese, not only did they get torched on the ground, but they lost Mike Evans. Do I love New Orleans? No. Do I love back in Spencer Rattler? No, absolutely not. But out of Tampa's 5 wins, only 1 covers this number. Winning margins 3-1, 3-2. 5 is a ton of points, especially on the road. The Saints are not a great offense, right? But they're certainly capable. They're not an awful team. They beat the Giants, which looks better now, and then they lost by 6 to the Patriots, which looks even better now. And Tampa's defense is average at best, allowing 25 points a game, 27 over the last 5. Tampa's D, 21st against the pass, 25th in completion percentage, 17th in EPA against the pass. Give me the Saints +5. Tampa on the road, division game, short week. I want the 5 points in my pocket. I'll take Nolans, got Saints.
Cowboys at Broncos.
The Broncos laying 3.5. 51.5 is the total. That the Broncos just make me feel giddy. You know, giddy up, get it? Okay, another bad joke. Anyway, listen, Broncos cash for us in a big way last week. 30-dime NFL route. Beautiful ticket. Mixed emotions, roller coaster of a game. Phantom pass interference calls. It did look like the refs had bet the Giants in that game. It's okay. It's okay. We snatched victory from the jaws of defeat and cashed the ticket. Love to see it. And look, this right here is pretty impressive, right? It's going to be pretty impressive how sharp I really am. Maybe the sharpest tool in the shed. Well, at least maybe I'm just saying that because it's me, but you can judge for yourself. I will say this, you probably don't get this play or pick anywhere else on any of these podcasts, on any of these shows. The Dallas Cowboy team total under 25. First is Dallas at home, right? Then you have the Cowboys on the road. But then you have Dallas playing one of the best defenses in the NFL. See, Vance Joseph has this Broncos defense playing at an elite level. Denver ranks top 10 in scoring, top 10 against the run, top 10 against the pass. Yeah, they had some breakdowns last week, but the 3 weeks prior to that, they allowed 11, 17, and 3 points. Also, I have to add this in. Jackson Dart is a quarterback who plays off script, a running, scrambling quarterback. You're not going to get that in Dak. That's not what Dak does. Dak sits, stands in the pocket, cement shoes for feet. The Cowboys have put up pretty gaudy numbers. I get it. Points in bunches all season long. 44 last week, 27, 37, and 40 the 3 weeks prior. Just filthy stuff. So, Jay, how could you fade that offense? How could you fade Dak? How could you fade your Dallas Cowboys? It's simple. It's just a spot. Nobody they've played so far this season, year to date, has had a defense like the Denver defense. 25 points as a team total on the road in Denver against that Denver defense, it's disrespectful. Up and over key numbers of 20, 21, 23, and 24, I have to fade that. And I will always fade that number. Denver, 4th in scoring defense, 4th in defensive DVOA, lead the league in sacks. And Denver has held 5 of its 7 opponents to 23 points or less. Have to do it. Don't want to do it. Don't want to fade my Cowboys. And the added bonus of this particular play is I get no part of Bo Nix. You got to love it. You got to love it. It's like the perfect world. I get to back the Bronco defense, still root for the Cowboys, and I erase Bo Nix from the equation. Beautiful, beautiful thing.
Titans at Colts.
Colts are laying 14.5. The total here is at 47.5. I mean, is this really where we are right now? Colts are laying more than 2 touchdowns. And still, I like the Titans in no way, shape, or form. Indy's 5-0, both straight up and against the spread versus Tennessee since 2023. Do they cover here? I don't know. I'm not laying it. What I do know is there's no shot in the world that I'm taking 14 with the Titans right now. The Titans are a disaster, dead last in scoring, averaging less than 14 points per game. The defense, they're not much better, giving up close to 28 points per game, 27th in the league. I'm going to say this, right? It's hard to play defense when you're spending 70% of the game on the field. It's hard to get stops or stop teams from scoring when your offense keeps leaving you these short fields to deal with. Look, do me a favor. Comment below. Is Cam Ward a bust? I don't know if I could personally call it. Maybe I'm just a little bit biased. It's all about the you over here. However, I got to know. Let me know your feelings. Is Cam Ward a bust, or did he just end up in a really bad situation? Let me know. Drop a comment. Best comment's going to win a Why Lose NFL hoodie.
Packers and Steelers.
Packers are laying 3. The total here is at 45. Upset special of the week. Give me Pittsburgh plus the 3. Actually, buy this up to 3.5 and then sprinkle on the money line. Look, my 3 favorite words in all of sports betting: Mike, Tomlin, underdog. No one does it better. Tomlin, the number one amongst all coaches, all active coaches, covering as a dog. And this right here is the perfect spot. You're getting a good coach off a bad loss. He's at home with extra rest. Sign me up. Mike Tomlin at home as an underdog is 21-6-3 last 30. That's 78%. And as an added bonus, it's the Rodgers revenge game. Matter of fact, the only team Aaron Rodgers has not beat, just saying, that's right, Green Bay Packers. With a win, he becomes only the 5th quarterback in NFL history to beat all 32 teams. He joins Breeze, Brady, Favre, and Peyton Manning. So this one just got a little bit bigger. And riddle me this. Who the fuck are the Green Bay Packers to be laying 3 in Pittsburgh? Green Bay's 0-3 against the spread on the road this season. 0-6 last 6 in Pittsburgh. You may not want the points. You probably won't need the points, but fuck it. Take the points. Steelers plus 3. Upset special of the week. And I truly believe that this puppy won't just bark. I believe this bitch bites.
J.A. Cavaliers Pro Football Triple Crown. 3 NFL games for this Sunday. 3 straight, 3 two-team parlays, 1 week, $99. His Pro Football Triple Crown must go 3-0 or the entire NFL season is free. J.A. Cavaliers Pro Football Triple Crown. Link in the description below. Click the link now and jump on the money train.
That's right, guys. Get to whylose.com. That's the letter Y, LOSE.com. Free picks, stats, trends, scores, odds, and more. Whylose.com, the letter Y, LOSE.com. It's com, C-O-M, com. All right, guys, listen, that's it for me here this week. Make sure you pick up this week's NFL Triple Crown. I'm looking to sweep the fucking card. Enough of this bullshit already. I'm angry. I'm pissed off. I'm coming in hot, and plays are coming in even hotter. Love the card this week. 3 max bets, 3 straight, 3 two-team parlays. Must go 6-0 or the entire NFL season is free. I can feel it in the plums. We're about to sweep the fucking board, but of course, play responsibly. Nothing is ever guaranteed, no matter how much I like to play. But still, I feel it in the fucking plums. Coming in hot. That's right. NFL Week 8 is the 8. Love it. It used to be the halfway of the season. Now, week 9 is now the halfway of the season. That's right. All right. Anyway, guys, I'm going to see you guys back here next week when I break down the entire card for NFL Week 9. But until then, remember, yesterday's a memory. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. You're here now. You're alive. Let's make this shit count.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort.